We also asked about ZPMC's engagement with companies on the Commerce Department's entity list. I have their response here, which I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record. Without objection, so entered. The letter contains a memo from a Chinese firm evaluating the questions that we asked. An interesting quote: if ZPMC participates in the committee's review by providing data stored within the territory of the PRC to the U.S. concerning information security, we tend to view that ZPMC might be subject to the data security law. The memo also said that responses to our questions might involve, quote, secret matters regarding science and technology and, quote, state secrets under the Chinese law, requiring ZPMC to apply to the relevant authorities for classification. ZPMC, to this day, has never produced the information. Mr. Jaffer, is this consistent with your understanding of how Chinese companies operate in the U.S., and what do you know about how Chinese companies define national security?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I think it shows two things. One, it shows that they know their own laws will prohibit them from giving this committee, Congress, and our courts the information they need to make judgments about who's appearing before them, who's bringing supplies to our shores, and what these cranes might be able to do once in U.S. ports with these materials that they're carrying. But more importantly, it also shows that there's something going on here. I mean, it tips us off that if these cranes have questions about state secrets and questions about surveillance and questions that might interfere, that might be required to be classified by the Chinese government, what does that say about what ZPMC is doing with those cranes? It tells us, in no uncertain terms, those cranes, as this committee has highlighted before, are in fact a national security threat to American ports, American shipping, and our access to goods. It demonstrates the fragility of our supply chains, and it highlights how important it is that we take action now and not wait for these threats to show up on our shores.